Hi, Oreo. You can stay there for now, but in a little bit, I'm gonna need that room back. Nice, Daniel. This is a really good speedrun game, actually. Like, people shit on this game, but like, as a speedrun, it's actually a banger.
Who could that be? What the hell is that thing? Gotta get out of here. What the hell? No way.
The hospital is fucking brutal. Intro's annoying though. Yeah, but in speedruns, everyone just skips the intro. I just don't because I don't have a save set up. And like for marathons, it's better to just do the intro.
Okay.
But in like actual speedruns that people take seriously, everyone does intro skip. Yeah, Yang. I have so much charisma, I literally control the game with my pussy.
Jill? Over here!
Brad,
You okay?
how'd this all happen so fast?
I don't know. One fucked up thing always leads to another.
What you been up to? You just been taking a break, Yang?
On steroids.
You still gonna try to get sub 40? Or sub 41, I mean?
Hey! Hey, wait! Down here! Damn it!
What's wrong, Oreo?
How could this
Stretch.
many people be infected?
You're gonna get sub 40? Just taking a break?
I'm sorry, Brad.
Yeah, that's definitely a good approach, I think. Like, Karma already beat you to it, but there's no reason to give up on it. But there's also no reason that you have to do it right now, right?
Garage. Got it. Sir, are you alright?
Get obsessed with Age of Empires 2. Base.
Don't come any closer!
Hey, come on.
Good
There's a
game.
helicopter waiting to take you to safety.
What safety? I'm not going out there!
The parking garage isn't far. I can
The
take
only
you there.
safe place isn't here!
The only safe place isn't here. I woke up full on spooning this cat today. Like she was laying on my arm, my other arm was over the top of her and everything, like. Get off me, bitch. My girlfriend was jealous. Like, why are you spooning the cat and not me?
Start, damn it.
Like you can spoon me, and then we could be triple spooning.
It's my turn, bitch.
Hi, Oreo.
I think we're in the clear. Oh, come on. Who's the dipshit?
Tummy scratches. No, no nibbles. No nibbles. Ah, don't kick me. Ah,
What do you know about that monster?
bitch.
Nothing. I've never seen anything like it. But it's no zombie. It knows what it wants and won't stop till it gets it. Don't you like that in a man?
No thanks. He's all yours.
Listen, I promise you're in good hands. I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service. UBCS for short.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding
You
me?
consider the
That's
first
what
RE
it's
games as
called?
bad games?
Whoa.
Depends what you mean by bad game.
You don't have to
Like,
but I'm going to
I don't like that type of video game. Are they constructed poorly? No. But I personally don't enjoy them at all.
Okay, first things first. We need to get you geared up. Head up to street level. You'll find supplies there.
Cats really do go, oh, rub my belly, please. And then when you do, they're like, I'm being attacked. Yeah. They're a little finicky. A little picky. My cat does it all the time. Ah, I'm lost. Oh yeah, it stores that health I took damage from earlier. So Jill runs faster in caution HP, so you blow yourself up with a barrel. Which actually puts you like in perfect caution health. The problem is I got bit earlier, so I was a little bit low now. Yeah, ESDF. It's the same exact thing as WASD except for over one. It gives you a bunch of extra hotkeys, which is nice. Very helpful for Doom Eternal. I was supposed to blow up that barrel and kill the enemies with it on the way here, but I forgot. It's fine.
Gotta put this out. Is someone in here?
Someone in here? Later, Oreo. Ah, he teleported. Ouch. At least I have desk space now. I can actually move my mouse. I dodge. Okay. I'm supposed to box the... No, I don't. I need the bolt cutters.
Oh, it smells like... Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Oh my god.
I figured I'm gonna have to heal anyways, so I may as well get the puke and the poison first and then heal. Because that'll keep me at caution.
Gross.
To be fair, they're not really lap dogs, they're Doberman pinchers, which are like police dogs and stuff. I never met a Doberman in real life, but I heard they're assholes. Like, for real. But people also say things bad about pit bulls, and every pit bull I've met has been the sweetest dog ever.
Come on.
Oh my god, I was so close to iframing that. Hey, General Kotex. Chihuahuas are just assholes. Every single one I ever met's been an annoying fuck.
Done. Time to get the hell out of here.
Jack Russell Terriers are the best dog breed, and it's not even close. I don't know. I've had pit bulls before, and they're super nice. Australian Shepherds are also pretty goated. My girlfriend wants to get an Australian Shepherd. Border Collies are pretty dope too. Your Chihuahua hates everyone that's not you. At least he doesn't hate you. Hell yeah, I pull, dude. I don't even pull because I want to. I just pull the flex on the haters. Oh my god. I'm obviously kidding. But no, not really. I just have one girl who's dumb and likes me for some reason. But we take those, and I'm stoked. Because I love her, so we're chilling. Bro, the door didn't open when I dodged into it. What is this shit? I got scammed. I dodged. Please believe me.
This might be the building. All right, where are we headed?
F R S 2 3 2.
Hey, I'm super
Best sport?
Consider it done.
Valid route confirmed.
Carlos, it's me.
Skateboarding, I guess.
Hitting the subway room.
It's not really a sport, but people call it a sport.
Hurry back to the station. We'll make sure the subway's ready to depart.
It's 2 in the morning in your country right now. In my country right now, it is 6:21, 7:21, 9:21, and what time is it in Hawaii? Ooh, that was a sick dodge. I don't know what time it is in Hawaii. Probably like, I think it's like 2 hours ahead of West Coast. Or 2 hours behind West Coast, so it'd be 4? Only downside of being from Ireland is that literally everything interesting in the world takes place at like 5 a.m. Not true. Not true. Counter-Strike events happen at normal times for you. Because they are European based. So they all start at like 5 in the morning here.
Come on, you creepy ass stalker. You want stars? I'll give you stars.
I'll give you stars. Yeah, CS events are based in Europe almost always, so they usually start really fucking early for us. I usually sleep through them. I love watching them, but I usually sleep through them. Yeah, this major, well, the last major was in Paris. The next one, I don't know where it is supposed to be. The next one is going to be CS2 though.
Oh, I need to find another way out.
Because that last major was the last major for CSGO.
Oh, what was that? Oh, God. I'm definitely burning these clothes.
Oh, that was too early. Trolling. Bog. Now I'd love to go to a LAN. It's like the only CS events that happen in America are in Texas. And like, I kind of want to move there, but it's like a really far trip for me from Arizona. I mean, like, it's only one state away, but it's probably like a 36-hour drive to Dallas or something. Not worth it just for a fucking CS event. There we go. Did you come to Ireland so peaceful? My great-great-grandparents actually came on a boat from Ireland to Chicago. So my family goes to Ireland sometimes. You want to go to GDQ, but it's a pretty long plane ride across the pond. Yeah. And then you also, like, if you want to get your money's worth, you go for the whole week. So that means like a whole week off work, and you got to pay for the hotel the whole week. And food and shit. It's really expensive. But I go every event, and I think it's worth it. Maybe less so now that I have my girl with me, because I took her with last time, and I had to pay for everything. So it's like, okay, it's like twice as expensive. And I can't split a hotel room because I'm with her, you know, so. Like, the events before, I'd be like, okay, I'm going with the Left 4 Dead guys, and I'll meet them there, and there'll be like 10 of us in a hotel room. It'll be like $200 for the whole week. A lot of people left Ireland years ago. Yeah, you ran out of potatoes, right? I couldn't imagine going a couple days without French fries, so I don't blame them. What's up, Ninja Walrus? How you doing, dude? Didn't even think about hotels? Yeah, that's like the most expensive part, actually. Where am I gonna sleep? On the beach? Yeah, not in Minnesota, you're not. Yeah, 6 shots to the back. Grenade. Then grenade again. I don't know anything about pace. I think the events are pretty cool when they do them, but I never hear about them until they're already over. So I'm pretty sure usually it's like an invite only thing. And I don't run any games that are popular enough for that to be a thing.
All right, let's do this. Maybe I can hit the full tank.
I threw that grenade too early, but that's fine.
It's still picking?
I also forgot to close Cheat Engine, I just realized. It's not doing anything to this game right now, but... Favorite non-DMC action game? I don't play action games that aren't called Devil May Cry, to be honest. Yeah, the boss has like a fuck ton of iframes. That boss in particular, like, when he's in the stumble animation of his explosion, he just like doesn't take any damage. So the grenade did like a ton reduced damage there at the first one. And then the second one, if I threw it any earlier than that, he would have just not taken any damage at all. Yeah, that one in particular has like crazy iframes. The other ones in this game, the other bosses don't really have crazy iframes, but that one in particular does. In fact, I don't think any of the other bosses have any iframes. It's just that one.
Rocket launcher? Really?
You know, you'd think looking at him would make it easier to dodge. I guess not. This run feels like it's going pretty solid, actually. I only died once to the Hunter Gammas. And the dodges have been decent. I haven't been limping around in danger very much.
This is insane.
Didn't mess up the first boss kill. We're about to go to the RPD though, which is where shit really hits the fan. The Carla section is so much harder.
Jill, this way!
Carlos, I know we didn't get off to a great start, but thanks for the save.
Hey, you saved my ass first. You're a hell of a lot braver than me.
Well, what
Do you have any siblings?
Get everyone
Nope.
out of
Only
this.
child of 2 only children.
Hey, you'll be safe.
So I don't really have any family at all.
What about you?
From the sound of it, I won't be catching the train.
Why not?
No, there'll be new orders. If it means I can help save the city, it's fine by me.
Carlos time. And his ugly ass hair.
All right, keep your head screwed on, Romeo. This is the police station.
You sure? It looks like a cemetery to me. Come get some!
My DA must be pretty low because he died really fast.
It's open!
Where'd that cop go?
Don't know, don't care. We got a job to do. If our intel's still worth a damn, then Bard's in the STARS office. Let's find him and take him into custody.
Custody? I thought this was a rescue.
Carlos, take a look at this. I've located the STARS office. Remember, Bard had access to Umbrella's darkest secrets. He knows we'll try to keep...
Are you okay, SMP nerd?
So this search
You need
and
someone to
rescue
talk to, buddy?
is really more like find and detain. Right. Good to know.
I'll open the shutter so you can get through.
You stay here and find out what's been going on here at the station.
Call you if I find anything.
You know, I'm curious. What does SMP mean?
Be careful.
I know it's multiplayer, but like, what does the S stand for? Like, I know when like Minecraft YouTubers make a big server where everyone plays together, they call it an SMP, but I don't know why.
Gentleman Big Reeves for 17 months.
Yo, Trike Daddy with the Prime Gaming for the 17 years. What's up, boss man? Long time no see, brother. I hope you're doing good. Survival? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Survival multiplayer. You're in Baltimore for your 1-year residency? Let's go, dude. It's only a 1-year residency for optometry. Is it just like Scrubs? Have you seen Scrubs? It's optional too, I see. You're such an overachiever. I knew you'd do it. You've not seen Scrubs? Bro, you're gonna be an optometrist and you're not gonna see Scrubs? It's such a good show, dude. I'm proud of you, buddy. I still play video games. Surge. Been spamming for Remake. Nice. Been enjoying it? What's up, Crossfire? Howdy. Very good. Glad you're enjoying it. Oh, it's 401. 104. Some variation of that. There you go. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I can respect it. It's good. Yeah, pro mode is very hard. It's super, super random.
Take a number. This asshole again.
This will take some time. Look around, see if you can find anything useful.
What's up, Halo man? Thank you. We're definitely winning, Dad. We're definitely winning.
Am I the only one who made it?
Yeah, I think that you're making it weird, SMP Nerd. I think you're one of the people that's making social media weird right now, to be honest. I think I spotted him. It's okay, dude. All good. You like the layout, Trek?
Walker's still alive. I can't stay here.
I am. I have a place of my own with my girl. Like 10 months into the lease. Probably gonna renew it. Looking to buy a house in like a couple years. Yeah, we did. Me too, brother. Glad you're doing well too.
Come on! I'm gonna kill you.
Nice, I got the shot. But I did not get the ammo. One of the attendees, her son speedruns. That's awesome. Did you tell him you're like a super nerd? Why is the POV so fucking close? He went to SUDQ? Oh, cool. Maybe I even saw him. How did he run past that without blowing it up?
You're about to take a nasty fall.
The somersault attack move is sick as fuck. I'm out of explosive rounds.
Gotta find a way to stop it.
That ain't good.
Come on, you freak.
Calm down. Your parents miss you. It's been a week. Do I want to learn some Russian for CSGO? Sure, why not? No curse words though, okay? How I feel about RE4R as a casual and speedrunning game? The speedrun sucks. It's just omega random, and the controls feel like dog shit. The casually, like, I think it's okay, and I think that most people will like it more than the original if they haven't played the original. Like, I think that it definitely brings it to a more modern audience. Well, but I think it kind of betrays the original spirit of the OG game. Like the OG game, the director literally told the staff, like, look, don't care about the story. We're gonna write this shit like last second. Just focus on making the gameplay like really fun and replayable. And so we ended up with the game that we did. But then like the remake is the opposite of that. The remake is, okay, RE4 is already popular. We know the gist of why the gameplay is good. Just update the presentation for a modern audience. And like they sacrifice a fuck ton of gameplay mechanics for the presentation's sake. And it makes the game not as fun or responsive to play. Like the movement is dog shit, for example. And like the guns just are random. Why? Because they are, I guess. I don't know. None of your tools are consistent because cinematic or whatever, you know? It's just, they just changed a whole bunch of stuff to make it worse for gameplay, to make the gameplay not as good, just to enhance the presentation. Which I feel like is the exact opposite of the entire point of Resident Evil 4. Like why the game is so iconic is because it literally revolutionized gameplay. Like the over-the-shoulder camera is so huge and the shooting is so tight and the movement, yeah, it's tank controls, so it's kind of clunky at times, but like it's very tight and precise and like all the enemies are consistent. Like it's like an arcade game, you know, you can manipulate the enemies and make sure you get a kick whenever you want to and all that and blah blah blah. So like from a gameplay perspective, it is severely lacking, at least for me. But most people don't care about gameplay the way I do. Most people just care about a one and done experience that like is seamless, you know, and has a good presentation. Which it definitely has much better presentation than the original. But I personally just don't give a fuck about presentation, and I think that the original game also didn't care about presentation, which is like the whole reason it existed. So it kind of is like the anti-RE4. But it's good. It's like the, you know, it's exactly what it is. It's RE4 in a universe where The Last of Us already came out, you know? Which is fine. It's okay. But I hate The Last of Us, so. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect it to innovate at the same level of RE4 because that's impossible. I don't expect it to innovate at all, actually. I was just hoping it would keep the same spirits of the original, you know? Like the core design philosophy, which was, you know, gameplay over everything else. But the core design philosophy of RE4 Remake is presentation over everything else. No, it's not. And like, that's fine, you know, they can have whatever approach they want to the game, but for me, that's exactly the opposite of what I wanted from them. Which is, you know, the exact problem I have with Capcom games in general as of the last, like, 10 years. Is that they only care about presentation and not about gameplay. Same reason DMC5 is not as good as DMC4. Same reason why we get games like RE7 and RE8.
Is it here? All right. Joe.
But I mean, that being said, Remake is still a great game. Like it's definitely pretty solid. It just falls flat compared to the original for me. But the presentation in 5 isn't even good. I know. That's because they suck at that too. But they did sacrifice a fuck ton of gameplay mechanics in 5 specifically to make the aesthetic better. Better, in quotation marks. Realistic. Hello, how are you?
You're gonna be okay, Joe.
I need my desk space right now. Sorry. You can lay on my lap. Hey, you're fine. Just lay on my lap.
Better grab some gear. Sounds like there's
Your girlfriend, you got a cat? Let's go, cat gang. What's your cat's name? My cat's name is Oreo. That Levi? Nice. Boy cat? Our cats should make babies. Your cat's name is Panda. Also a good cat name. He's a doofus and an attention whore? Yeah, you just described Oreo. You just described 99% of all cats? True. Oreo! How many times do I have to tell you, old man? Not on the desk. Only while playing controller games can you be on the desk. This is a mouse and keyboard game. I figured, Aether. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's a good game. I think that most people will enjoy it more than the original. Because most people have different priorities than me. Same way like most people prefer DMC5 to DMC4, you know? I vehemently disagree, but that's fine. I don't have to. I'm not like the game is literally, like, quite literally just not made for me. You know, that's fine. Most games aren't. So. Yeah, nostalgia is definitely a hell of a drug too. That's definitely probably part of it. But I could tell you like a dozen mechanics off the top of my head that I really didn't like in Remake, so. One of the things I really did like about Remake more than the original though is that the merchant mechanics were like way more balanced. Like the economics of the merchant, way more balanced, and that made the game like way more fun to do challenge runs of. Like challenge runs in Remake are really good. As long as you're not doing them on pro. If you don't do them on pro, then like they're really fun. Just pro is a fucking dumbass difficulty. I did not want to break that right now. I wanted to save that for the hunter. Also, I think it was a huge missed opportunity to just cut like half the island. Like they added 5-4 in it and stuff, and it's way better than the original. But like, literally, if they just cut it entirely, the game is just better. Even in the remake, like, yeah, it's way better than the original, but also it would be even better than that if it just didn't exist. Like, I would have much rather fought U3 than done 5-4, you know? But if you prefer the spin-off DMC, then your opinion doesn't matter because you don't even know how to name it correctly, so it's all good. There's some lines that you were hoping they would have kept, but they don't care about loyalty to the original, dude. Fuck the lines that you want them to keep. What matters to them is that I boxed the shotgun. Yeah, I do. Is that the presentation's good. So if they have to shoehorn in some old lines, if that sacrifices the presentation even a little bit, then they're not gonna do it. Like they're, you know, they don't really care about the nostalgia of like certain lines. It's all about the presentation. They want it to stand as its own thing and be presented by itself instead of actually being part of the, like, as a remake. Mine rounds. I need to grab the shotgun after I pull the.
No one in the hospital ever noticed all this.
Extra case, because I'm pretty sure you need the shotgun for this section. Yeah, you do. I don't know what I was supposed to do. I guess no heals is the move. Yeah, I don't disagree at all, JJ. I don't really give a fuck because I knew it was going to be mid no matter what they did. Because it's 2023 Capcom.
Think this is over?
I'm just glad it wasn't terrible. That's my personal opinion. I'm glad it's okay and not awful. Like, it's definitely a game that if my computer would actually run it well right now, I would play it every once in a while. Like, I'd be much more willing to play RE4 Remake than DMC5. Oh, I mean, I totally agree. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really. I do want to get bit here, though. I want to get caution. Yep, perfect. But I mean, just like with Remake, I mean, it might be a good game in and of itself, but, you know, a lot of the fans didn't want this type of remake. They wanted a one-to-one remake. So I kind of sympathize with that perspective, at least for RE4. It's like similar, but I'm more, you know, polite about it than the Remake fans were. I'm not like, it's fucking dog shit. Burn them at the stake. Send me their IP address. You know, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's good, but it's not what I wanted, you know, which is, you know, how a lot of people should have felt about this game, to be honest. Is like, it's fine, but I mean, would have preferred it to be done differently. I was supposed to box the handgun ammo. That's what I was supposed to do. But I'm afraid now that if I get rid of it, I'm gonna need it later. See, and I don't even like RE games, really, and I think the Remake is a good game. So we could find some common ground. I was supposed to use a mine round there. I'm remembering things. I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna get hit right here. Yeah, I'm like, I could discard it, but then I'm probably gonna get hit and I'll be in red. That works. Hello, I'm clicking. Put the tentacles away, Baka.
Shit, he got away.
Yeah, well, exactly, David. And I think, like I said before, and I'll say it a million times, my taste in games is like 1 in a million. Like, basically no one has the same takes on games as me because I play them for very different reasons than like 99.9% of the population plays them. It doesn't even have anything to do with like my job. I mean, it's definitely enforced by that, but I was like that before I did this as a job too.
Sure you don't need to stop?
Like, I just don't care about narrative or presentation pretty much at all, and all I care about is gameplay mechanics, and I've always replayed games a fuck ton, and I've always wanted to get good at them. So what matters to me is like consistency in the mechanics and lots of replayability and a high skill ceiling. If a game has those, then I'll like it. Aesthetic doesn't matter, narrative doesn't matter, presentation doesn't matter. Music, graphics, none of that matters. Like, that's all I care about. It's that. I mean, those other things can definitely add value to a game, but if it doesn't have the other stuff, then it's not gonna be something I return to. Yeah, exactly, JJ.
I might be able to use this to synthesize the vaccine.
Oh, fuck. Trolling. That's not good. I should have just shot him. There is a green herb, but this is my last green herb that I get for a while. So I cannot get hit until then, and wait for the rest of the game, basically. Inferno's kind of fucking stupid, to be honest. Nightmare is like way more fun.
This must be what powers it.
I'm a way bigger fan of Nightmare than I am Inferno. Honestly, I don't think that Capcom has made very good difficulty modes recently. Like, I don't like Inferno. I'm not really a fan of Pro in RE4 Remake. Nightmare is fantastic, though.
Out of the way!
Need a harder mode than hardcore in RE2 Remake? How are they going to make it harder? There's no mechanics in that game. What are you going to make more difficult? Like, just give the enemies more health, I guess? I don't know. You always end up with tons of ammo at the end because you could easily beat the game without firing a single bullet. I mean, if you're not using the knife at high frame rate, You still have to worry about bosses, but like even if you don't use the knife on the bosses, they're easy. Like you don't have to use like any bullets at all. You could kill G2 in like 5 spark shots. G1, you just shoot him with a pistol a couple times and he dies. That's a really big revert. That sucks. Hey Bubbles, how you doing? Good to see you. Like you literally just walk past everything in that game. Yeah, right, Trick. I would love to be able to pause the game. When I'm being grabbed, but I guess not.
Okay, this looks like I could use some vaccine development.
Did he finish the permadeath run? Fog? Or 5 minutes ago? Let's go. We've been working on that for like a week and a half, or like a month and a half. This is December? Jesus. Way longer than that, then I guess. Longer than I thought.
To begin vaccine synthesis, place the materials in the chamber.
Beep, 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 beep. The vaccine thing looks like a smiley face. That's pretty true. When I first played this, I thought this was me supposed to mash E and I died here like 6 times. Just a fun little fact. So I was supposed to have like way more mine rounds than this.
What in God's name is this place?
That's kind of rip. I don't think there are any in the arena. I think those are fire rounds. Yeah. Definitely supposed to have way more. Let's have way more shotgun ammo too. Oh, he's doing it? Okay.
Nikolai, where did you go? I have to get that vaccine back.
I don't know if I have enough pistol ammo.
Opening compartment.
Oh, there's a bunch in here. I forgot. How are Oreo and the mom doing? Good.
Felt that, did you? How
Just
about
got home from work. Oreo is all over me this marathon.
Two power sources remaining.
Oh, XZ. Rip one cycle maybe? That was pretty bad mess up.
One power source.
Nah. This boss is fucking free on every difficulty besides Nightmare and Inferno.
Go ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
All power sources activated. Powering.
This boss is like one of my favorite bosses in Resident Evil, but he literally is only a boss on the 2 highest difficulties. On every other difficulty, he literally doesn't exist. Like, he just stands there and you just kill him. But on the higher modes, he's actually really fun. If I de-rusted the game a little bit, I could run Nightmare in the marathons, but I don't play very often, so. It's already pretty scuffed as it is on standard. On Nightmare, it'd be way worse, I'm sure.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine. I hope Carlos managed to stop it.
The boss on Inferno is pretty inconsistent. Well, it's got the acid spray, which is random, but everything else is fine. It's just fun to dodge him. GG. 104? Not bad. What was IGT? Oh, almost sub 1 hour. IGT. Cool. GG. GG.